Hi, welcome to Relation Transformation. I'm Dr. LaVerne. I'm your relationship strategist. I am so passionate about helping you understand how to have good relationships. Just let me know how I can help you. And I want to talk to you today about how to love yourself first. When you're in a relationship, you can't love somebody more than you love yourself. And if you wanna be in a good relationship, the first person that you should be in a relationship with is yourself. And loving yourself is such a beautiful thing when it comes to taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, taking care of your health. And I see somebody needs my help. My hair, Cherie. Just type in whatever it is, and I'll catch up to you in a second. I want to just finish my thought here in the first love. Your first love should be yourself. And this is what happens to people. They find somebody they love, and they give everybody they give themselves away to everything they have to a person, and then they forget about themselves. So tonight's topic is going to be how to love yourself first and best. And so that's good. She mixes hers with hot tea. So that's why I'm here tonight, and I want to help you. If you have a concern, just type it in the comment box. Oh, that's beautiful, Regina. Thank you so much for asking. The first thing you want to do is look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am worthy of love. I am worthy. And Regina, I'm looking at your picture, and I think you're beautiful. And you got to be the first person to think you're beautiful. Don't ever give your power away and expect someone to say you're beautiful if you don't think you're beautiful, because you will always be dependent on those people to tell you that when you could tell it to yourself. And that's awesome. I'm so glad. Shanice, you're in Jamaica. I'm so glad. And okay, so you love your professor who's single. Hey, look, I don't know. That could be an issue if there are some issues with the college that they're not supposed to engage with their students. You need to check that out. But I got to tell you, I was in love with one of my professors too. So I don't think it's a terrible thing. Maheshwari, Isha, I don't think it's a terrible thing. The issue is whether or not it's a consensual situation. So be very careful about that, because there may be some policies against the two of you getting together, which could be an even bigger problem. So we're talking about this idea of being in love with yourself and being in love with who you are, what you look like. Oh, thank you, Gentry. What you look like, and so you gotta be able to love yourself. Now, here's the thing. Okay, Alex, here's the thing. How to move on. Let me tell you how to move on. First of all, you got to have a plan. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can. You got to have a plan. Don't just jump and get out. Get yourself a plan and realize that there's more to life. There's more out there. Start with a plan. Plan your work and work your plan. And so you're talking to a girl. Let me see. You're welcome. You're so welcome, Isha. You're so welcome. And so I'm losing some things. You're talking to a girl that said, and girl, she wants to be your girlfriend. Well, I'm sorry I missed that. And so the plan is that okay, all right. So we have somebody who argues, and you think about you cheated on. All right. Who? I'm not sure who cheated. My husband and I argue about. He thinks I cheated on him because other people tell him. Well, that's definitely a trust issue. And here's the problem: you got to establish trust. And so once the trust is broken, you got to rebuild trust. All right. Here it is. The guy told me I had to have sex with him to prove before. No way. Listen, Teresa. No way, Jose. You don't prove your love by having sex. That's like the last thing you do to prove that you love somebody, because you have to love the person as a person first. You have to love them before you take your clothes off, okay? So she's been involved with the man who cheated for the entire 5 years, and they've been together, and now, and finally, you're at a place you're ready to let go, but it's hard to get him out of my system. Let me tell you what the problem is. The problem is that you have a soul tie. You have a spiritual soul tie connection to him. You have to break that and make with a decision that you have to move on and think about all the other things that you want to do with your life that are so much better than being stuck in a relationship that is not healthy or nurturing to you. I hope that was helpful. And in a relationship, we both have cheated in the past. It seems like him and I have been together, and he seems distant with me. Is it something with me or with him? It sounds like to me, Simone, it's both of you. Both of you have a problem with trust. You may want to renegotiate that relationship. Oh my God, this is really getting wow. My 21-year-old son passed 5 years ago. How do you think I could get through that? Okay, so I'm so sorry, Lisa, that your son passed away. But guess what, Lisa, you're still alive. And what do you think he would want for you? He would want you to be happy, and he would want you to get on with your life. So that, I hope that was helpful. You're a compulsive liar who is desperately seeking a trust in women. I have had issues finding a mate. Okay, so I tell you what, Andy, stop the madness and deal with yourself. Don't go with anybody else. Deal with yourself. How about you try to get help so that you can find somebody that can actually love you and and believe you, okay? So now, how do you handle a man that's constantly mad about everything? He's always wanting to fight with me. Okay, what that means is that's his personal issue, and I know it's really hard to be in a space with somebody who always wants to argue with you, but you need to be very careful about that, because eventually it's going to get in your system and it's going to destroy your spirit and your peace and your joy and all the things about you. So be very careful with that, Autumn. Be very careful about that. Because if you're always fighting, where's the love, babe? Where's the love? There's no love there. So be very careful and make sure that you protect yourself. I'm dating a man who won't call back or text all day, says he's busy, says he wants to see me or anything. Should I plan to date to see him? Should I reach out to him or call him? No, Cynthia, stop. If he's not returning your call, leave the man alone. Just let you know, this is the biggest problem that women have. We're trying to track the man down. Let him have a hunt. Let him hunt you. Let him go after you. Okay, Cynthia, just relax. You don't have to text all day, and no, stop. Just let it go. Take a deep breath and let it go. You don't have to chase after a man. You look like you're a beautiful young woman. Don't call him. Stop. You like him? Give him a chance to like you. Okay? Don't chase after him and run after him. Cindy, you want to deal with an overly sensitive man? First of all, I would strongly encourage you not to try to deal with that. Not to try to deal with his oversensitivity. Once you put that in the equation, you will always, it's going to take so much energy for you to manage that relationship. So don't try to deal with him as an overly sensitive man. How about you just deal with him as a man and look at what he might need or what he doesn't need? You will wear yourself out trying to deal with somebody's oversensitivity. So be very careful about that in trying to because you'll always be trying to please other people, and you don't want to live a life trying to make to deal with someone else's issues and make them yours, completely yours, when they're not. So it's perfectly fine to I'm wondering where my comments are going. I'm missing the comments. It's perfectly fine to want to be in love with someone, but it's not fine to let me see. Okay, there they are. It's not fine to make that your whole life story. All right, so Somebody's been with a girl for 2 years, and I'm smiling, I'm looking at you, and never had a disagreement or fight. You never had a disagreement or fight or nothing. Should I be scared since we don't fight? Boy, shut up! You got what everybody's looking for. If you have a peaceful, loving relationship, get the fear out of it. Get the fear out of the relationship. You don't need to worry about that. Just be happy and enjoy the moment, okay? Enjoy the moment, all right? So let's look at Sean. It's the match. I got a problem with some girls. Some, they don't like what I do in my life. Well, then they're not the right ones for you. And you are not the right ones for them. It's the match. You got a problem. You said it, you saying it yourself. Some girls don't like what you do and stuff. Well, you know, I'm not sure what you do. I'm not sure if I like what you do, because with your way you coming out with it, I would be concerned. So you might want to clean up a little bit, and then you know, like, get a better person, okay? Trying to focus on other things, but he makes it hard because he keep showing up unexpectedly. I'm not so sure about that. Well, see, here's where boundaries come in, Diane. You got to create boundaries. You have to, if this person doesn't respect the boundaries, you're going to be in trouble further down the pike, because then there are none. You have to establish the boundaries, and sometimes it may be, you know, being a little more firm and saying, these are things that I can't do, and I'm not going to tell you everything you need to do, but you do have to set some boundaries. She said, what are we? I asked, I'm with you, Abraham. I asked, do you want to be my girlfriend? She said, no. What is she thinking then? Well, let her decide what she wants to be. You don't have to put it in a box. Just enjoy her presence and her relationship, and then let it become what it's supposed to be. Why are we putting labels on stuff? You got to be careful, because once you do that, then you got to live up to that. So if she says she doesn't want to be your girlfriend, hey, look, let it go, let it rest, be at peace, love each other, enjoy each other's company, and you don't know where it's going. So be careful about that. About a non-existent relationship, a lot of people have problems. I was in a relationship for 2 months with a guy. I'm at you, Mel, and now he says he's not ready for a relationship right now, but he still wants to be friends and do some stuff together, and maybe down the track a relationship. Mel, listen to me very carefully. You was in a relationship with a guy, and he says he's not ready. Don't push it. What's the point? Enjoy the relationship. He wants to do things, do it. Be free. Release yourself, okay? My wife and I have been married 9 years, and we are having grown apart issues. Should I keep fighting? You better fight, Ramona Guzman. You better fight for your relationship. You've been together for 9 years. You got kids. You have things together. It's not always going to be easy, but it's going to be worth the fight. I hope that's helpful, because guess what? You know what you got, but you don't know what you're going to get. My girlfriend reports memes on Facebook. No beating. No, I don't believe in any physical fighting. No hitting. I don't condone that. So don't even ask me. Let's see. Denise, I'm looking at you. 7.5 years married. For 7.5 years, married for 3 months. Went to Kuwait for work. I was supposed to join him, but I could never get over. He found a girlfriend. He wants an uncontested divorce. He is a habitual. So keep it moving, Denise. Keep it moving. Don't get stuck there. You got your whole world ahead of you. You got a whole life ahead of you. If you cheat on someone, will your partner get over it? It depends on the partner. A lot of people have gotten past cheating, because folks, you know, they're just plain old, you know, weak, and they can't always do what you want them to do. But that doesn't mean you can't stop loving them, and you can't give them an opportunity. But I can't speak for anyone else. Do you help a 77-year-old man find a relationship? You've been a widow for over 5 years. Mr. Benton, Mr. Benton, let me tell you something. There are so many women out there looking for a great guy, and you know, you got to put yourself in a place where you can be found, that somebody special would find you. So Yeah, you can definitely find somebody. There's a lot of women that are single and widowers and widows. Put yourself in that situation. Go to a senior center, and I'm sure you'll find somebody lovely. I'm having trouble keeping up with this 8-year relationship. Kim, you broke up. You broke. Kim, where you at? Let me see. I'm trying to get these. Oh my God, there's so many of them. I can't keep up. Let's see. I can't seem to make them go back down either. So you're in a relationship. If a girl has a lot of guy friends, and has always been since you got together 4 years ago, but you end up sleeping with one while the two will break up, and you go spend the night. It sounds confusing. I don't even want to. I can't even figure it all out. It just sounds confusing. You need to establish clarity in your relationship and what it is that you can trust with one another. And I think that's the biggest issue. Trust is always an issue. How do you get over heartbreak? Okay, Conrad. First of all, heartbreak is just, it comes with the territory. And when you look at it that way, not that you are always looking for it to come or to happen, but when you look at it that way, you say, it's a part of life. And so but it's not the end of the world. And so just continue to think on how you can grow and live a peaceful, loving life with or without the person. But guess what? You're still alive, so there's a lot more light living to be had. If a man cheated on you and blamed you, Helen, be very careful. I'm not so sure what you have to hang on to, because that's the beginning of the blaming. So be very careful how far you go with that. My boyfriend, whom I just got engaged to, asked for extra space to focus on him. Oh God, I'm losing it so much. How do I help him open up? He works hard all the time. If somebody's asking for more time for themselves, you might want to give it to them, and work on yourself. In a relationship for 2 months now, he says he's not ready. He wants to be friends, and I can't see who that is, and do stuff together, maybe down. Yeah, just let them. Don't ever force a relationship or force anybody to be in a relationship. It never works. A guy who treats you good with a respect, but is not used to put your guard up. How do you get over that fear? Kanisha, I'm not sure, but you should never walk in fear in any situation. You should always have peace about it and feel good about a relationship. And if you feel like you feel like you're tension or intense, you need to back off of it and reevaluate it. Embracing being a single, loving myself. Let's see, boy, yeah, this is amazing. Okay. So I'm not sure how to get back to some of these comments. There is no degree in relationships, but I do have several degrees. And I have a lot of experience, Benton. So hopefully I'm being helpful to you. Melinda was married for 24 years and could not be herself. After my children grew up, I decided it was time to be happy. I learned that I had to love myself, and I was blessed to meet the man for me. Beautiful, Melinda. Congratulations. Sometimes you do have to wait, and you do have to work on yourself. My fiance and I have been together for 3 years, and I've been engaged. I don't know. I'm worried. I'm afraid of commitment. Well, listen, you don't want to get involved in something that you're not going to feel comfortable. Don't get involved in anything you don't feel comfortable with. But think about yourself and reflect on what it is that you need so that you can feel comfortable. How can I deal with my boyfriend because he made up a girlfriend to get back at me? No, that's confusion. I don't deal with confusion. I don't deal with it because it just breeds more confusion, and I don't have a time for it. What do you do when a girl tells you she loves you but says I'm not? What do you tells you she loves you but says I'm trying to not love you? Well, she's just trying to play games. She's just trying to protect herself. If she says she loves you, then go with that and look at her actions. That's the most important thing. Watch her actions. Don't worry about what she's saying. She's trying to protect herself from being hurt. How do you deal with my family? How do I deal with my family? Want me to give up a long distance relationship? I haven't seen the guy in a year. We've been together for 3 years. Well, first of all, your family is not in the relationship. If you love somebody, it's between you and that person, and then you have to decide where you want your family to be in that relationship. How do I deal? I have trust problems. I don't believe any word from a lady again. Kenneth, that is a problem, because eventually you're going to have to believe somebody. You have to make up your mind how you're going to trust and who you're going to trust, because eventually you're going to have to trust somebody. And you might as well start with a close friend or somebody, a platonic relationship. Start there. Okay, Doc, you can have advice. I was second chance. She wouldn't take it, but I wanted to be friends, telling me to relax. She don't hate me, but she just doesn't want to be with. Leave people alone. If people don't want to be with you, leave them alone. Do you know how many millions of people in the world? Why are we trying to hold on to people who don't want to be with us? Stop the madness. Okay, no kids, no date. Okay, I missed that. What's my golfing for 3 years? All of a sudden, she tells me she wants me to be by herself. Caught her on Facebook. She accepted her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, and we were engaged, and that was it. I'm not sure what that means, Michael, but it sounds to me like there's some other things going on. Why doesn't my boyfriend hear anything I'm saying to him? Probably because, Daniel, it's the way you're saying it. And that is key to relationships. How we say, it's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. And that's all I'm going to say. I've been dating for a first time, new father, 5 months, seems sneaky. Well, you're already in trouble. I'm depressed, lost my interest in anything. All right, Safat, how about you think about one thing that you like while we're on this call? I'm only going to be on for a few more minutes. All right. I've been single for 26 years with a few boyfriends. I'm enjoying life and waiting on me. Okay. So guess what, Kathy? Sounds to me like you're having a great time. God bless you. You don't have to worry about it. And the right person will come along. Just continue to enjoy yourself with whoever you're with. That's fantastic. So the man pursued for months, coming to work, having lunch. He's in a relationship of some kind. He continued to pursue, chat, talk for hours. Then I fall hard for the guy. He slows down and said he wants to be friends. So okay with that. Then he says he will come see me. Second time he doesn't show up. He probably act like nothing happened. What do I do? Guess what? He did it to somebody else. Now he's doing it to you. Sometimes guys just go for it, and when they get it, they move to the next thing. Listen, do yourself a favor and love yourself. And you may want to just move on. Don't chase after anybody. It's not worth it. What do you do when you are dating someone for almost 2 years and the relationship is undefined? We have so much fun together. Guess what, Monique? Leave it alone. If you're having a great time, what do you need for him to do? Just enjoy life. Once you start putting those parameters on it, I know it's hard, but the rest will come. My fiance and I have been together for 3 years, engaged for 2 of them, and every week I ask when he wants to get married. Always responds with, I don't know. I'm afraid he's afraid of commitment. And that's probably right. But guess what? When you got engaged, that should have been the decision of how long the engagement should be. So you might want to give the ring back and start all over again. Okay, once we decide when we'll be married, then we'll know when the engagement starts and when the marriage begins. All right, how can I remove depression? Okay, so I'm not sure if that's a relationship question. Let me try to get to the relationship question. I'm a newlywed and my husband contradicts me a lot and he always has to be right. How do I deal with this without conflict? And that is hard. It might be something you can write in a letter or tell him very as nice as you can that these are things that you notice, and is there any way that you can work through this to make you and him have a better understanding? 9 years on a relationship, more than 2 years. Wait, with no sex. He says he loves me. He cheated on me and had sex What? Well, I got 9 years in a relationship and more than 2 years of no sex. First of all, you have to decide if you just want that kind of relationship. I mean, some people do, and I don't see anything wrong with it. But if there's other people involved, Rodriguez, Yvette, then that's open for discussion. You have to discuss that. Um, uh, Almost married 1 year, but my wife has turned into a ghost after the passing of her father figure to the point where she doesn't want to come home. How do I help her grief? And oh, Megan, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's a process. What I would do, Megan Shaver, I would study the levels of grief. Look into that and see what level she's at, and find out the points where she's at and what you need to do to respond to that. Okay, my girl says she wants time to commit with me. She's saying after 2 years she will give you an answer to me. What should I do? Wait or okay? So, Sharesh, if you've been with somebody 2 years, she's not sure. So what I want to encourage you to do is make her sure. Show her who you are. Show her how much you love her. Show her, what it is that she has to look forward to. And Mary, I'm not sure about long distance relationships. Some of them work and some of them don't, depending on the situation. Thank you. We've been in a 5-year relationship, and it's always my fault. Okay, Helen, it's always your fault. If it's always your fault, then that's something. Then that's something that I don't think that's healthy for you, and so you may want to reconsider that relationship. My bestie lost his girlfriend not long ago, and it happens. He's lonely, he wants to get back, and cheated on him 9 times with different guys. Obviously bad, strange. He's always sad. I'm not sure if how he lost the girlfriend. It looks like she might have died or she left him, but he really needs to just be alone with himself right now, and get the strength of his own character back so that he can be the best possible person for somebody in a relationship. I hope that was helpful. What do you do about a chronic cheater who is a good man, but one woman is not enough for him? I know he loves me, but I know how deep down I have to walk away. Guess what? If you know a chronic cheater, I'm not sure what the good part is, but whatever that good part is what you like, and that's why you're staying. And so if the good part is, sometimes good things are bad for you, so be careful with that. What if 9 years later he still won't provide for your family, sleeps all day and won't help around the house? Belinda, he's rude, he acts, he doesn't care. When he wants me, he and loves me to death. When he loses me, and leaves every 6 months or so and goes back to his mom. And when he starts to see good, he comes back. Guess what? You keep opening the door to that, he's gonna keep coming back. How much for the couch? Oh. Okay. Tips for a successful marriage. Sneesha, keep it fresh every single day. Keep it fresh every single day, because I was married for 26 years, and I know that it could get stale really quickly. So do something. Always try to do the unexpected. So my fiance and I have been together for 3 years, engaged for 2. Every time I ask him when he wants to get married, always, I don't know. Okay, that's again, Renee, the same thing. He's afraid of commitment. Well, guess what? That's what marriage is all about. And you have to ask yourself, what kind of relationship am I looking for? Some people are looking for a non-committed relationship. I raised 2 girls, made them my life for 7 years. I feel it's time to get back out there. I'm scared to get back out there. Well, Karen, don't go too far. You don't have to get back out there. There's so many groups and so many places to go where they're just people. Just be around people. You don't have to get back out there. What is that? Just be around, get in a social environment, and go to different clubs and parties and things. Don't worry about what happens after that, because you put pressure on yourself that's not necessary. Okay? I'm in no rush in seeing someone right now, and we are only friends, and I'm letting it come to me. I'm in no rush. That's good, Sean. Take your time. Enjoy life. Love yourself first before you can love everybody else. That's what I said earlier. That was what I said at the top of the show. All right. I only have a few more minutes to go, so that's good. Lisa says, always do a background check before you really get involved. Listen, you got that one on me, because if I don't know you, it's not too much. It's not too far. We're going to go together. My boyfriend won't listen to me. He just wants to talk about himself, even if it's important what I'm saying. Okay, Danielle. I think I already spoke to you about something already, but it sounds like there's a communication issue there, and you can't really have a good relationship without good communication. So you may want to renegotiate that relationship. What kinds of couches do women look for in a man? I'm not sure what that means. I'm afraid. He's afraid. Exactly. And that's fine. He's afraid of commitment, but that's not your problem. That's his problem. If somebody's afraid of commitment, isn't anything you can do to make that to change that. You have to decide what it is that you want. And what I find is that when you decide what it is you want, people get quick in a hurry to decide what they want. So I'm going to keep it moving. We've never been together. We've never met. Oh no, Mary, how could you be with somebody for 16 months and you never met him? What kind of no, sweetheart, you got to meet the person that you're going to be in a relationship with. That's a relationship. This whole thing about a virtual relation, that's not real. You got to be careful with that. Because what happens is you get emotionally attached to people, and then once the emotions get attached, it's hard to get out, and you're basically married to a ghost. Be careful. You got to meet the person, and I'm not sure how that's going to happen. Okay. I don't have no couch for sale. I don't know who's talking about that. Nobody said nothing about no couch. Okay. I'm not sure what you need to do, Kubashini. But they have those tests in the store. You need to buy one and get yourself tested. All right. Yo-yo moods. So here's what happens when somebody has a moods that go up and down. Stay the same. You don't. There's a concept that I call self-defined. Stay self-defined and don't engage. Let the person go up and down. You just stay stable. Okay. When people have those kind of yo-yo moods and personality, the best thing you could do is to remain stable and self-defined. This is who I am. This is what I do. I'm not going to allow you to pull me out into whatever that is, into that space. Okay. David, I'm not sure what you mean. And thanks for, really causing confusion with the couch, because the couch is not for sale, even though it is a futon. Okay. So Michael's been in a relationship for 3 years. They were engaged, and she told me she wants to be alone. She found a boyfriend. Oh, we've already talked about this. But Michael, people, she's telling you what she wants. And I think the best thing you need to do is let that go, because she may find out that that's not really what she wants either. Okay. After 18 years in a broken, only for my daughter's now doing the same, non-responsible, stuck up. I'm not sure what that means. We're almost out of time. Romeo, I'm not sure who Romeo needs. Me and my boyfriend has been together for a year. He hasn't told me he loved me. Okay, so what's the definition of love, Linda? You've been in a relationship for a year. He hasn't told you. So what's the definition for love? Does he treat you right? Is he kind to you? Does he buy things for you? Does he take you out? Does he cook for you? Does he help you? Sounds to me like if he's doing those things, the love is there. And so sometimes we put pressure on people to do things that is already we already getting. Mood swings sounds like a personal problem. And the right couch to propose to my next wife. I'm not sure what the couch thing is, y'all. I'm about to end the show, but I'm gonna do one more, and I'm gonna go with Monica. This is our last. This is our last one. Monica, I know you want to deal with your boyfriend. He shows love when you're behind closed doors, but when you're out, he can't show me. And he looks at other women when I'm standing next to him, and he doesn't care how it hurts me. First of all, you need to be very careful about letting how other people's actions hurt you. That, Monica, is a decision that you allow what he's doing to hurt you, because it says that there's something going on inside of you as far as it relates to your self-esteem. And I know that's probably an issue. So you have to make a decision and say, well, it's his eyes. He can look at whatever he wants to look at. And you have to decide, is it enough for him to love you at home? And I'm not sure what you're looking for outside, but if there's no love out there, then you have to ask yourself, really, what is it? Well, listen, this has been great. I've enjoyed every second. Join me again at 10:30. I'm going to try to do this as often as I can, but I hope that it's been helpful for you. And I really enjoy supporting you in this way. This is my passion. And I hope to see you again real soon. I'm Dr. LaVerne Adams. This is Relation Transformation. And I am your relationship strategist. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.